Hey, now. How's it going? Great time, and I'm telling you now. Hey, it is I, Michael Brody, with another Mindsight Hypnosis talk show right here on Facebook Live and YouTube Live. Hey, oh, thank you. Oh, thank you. I know. It's just amazing. Oh my goodness, we've got some people on the line right now. It looks like we've got let's see, we've got Watcher of the Courts. Nice to see ya, Watcher. How's it going? Hope things are going well for ya. Also, we have my sister from the same Mister. That's right, Felicia Palladino is in the house. And of course, I'm in the house. But you never know who's going to drop by. I could be Santa Claus. I just don't know. It could be even Jim Morrison from The Doors. You absolutely. I have no idea where I pulled that baby out of. I just pulled it out. Anyways, it's nice to see everybody here on a Tuesday at 7 p.m. And if you're watching live, come in and squish into the studios. And we have, like I said, 17,344 and 1/3 person in here. And we appreciate that 1/3 because the 2/3 that are not in here is not recognizable. Anyways, I'm so glad that everybody is here. We are having a blast, and what's going on with what's going on in the news? Hey, what's happening in the news? Well, first of all, let's talk about hypnosis news. Hypnosis news. A lot of interesting things are going on. Whether they are behind the scenes or not, I am finding out a little bit of things called um, unasked for permission, I would say. It's a very interesting statement that I put in that. Unasked for permission to use materials that is not part of their repertoire. And let me explain by that. Looks like we have some people, or we have a hypnotist who is, hey, Jive, good to, hey, the Jive Bunny is hopping in. He's doing the bunny hop. Guess what? And it's late over there, if I know correctly. Anyways, there is a person that is using my material without my permission. At least he did this time. He did mention me that he did get it from my that he said to everybody that he got it from me, from Michael Brody, although he never really did. He never got permission from it. And I don't know what the rules are. I don't know if it's legal schmiegel or if I could sue or if I could ask for money for it. I don't know. If he's trying to make money out of it, then that would be a bad thing. I don't know. I don't make money out of any of my videos that I do. I guarantee you that. But it's not because I don't try. It's because I really don't look forward to doing that. I'm not interested in that. Anyways, that is one thing that's happening. Also, I've already started my season, and I did my first college show for a football team. It was all football team, 200 football players at Alma College. And I've got some clips, some best of the best, you can call it, clips from the show that you can see. It is a lot of fun. You are going to get a blast out of it. And it's a little bit more on the raunchier side. So, Jive says, I have a late night mug of tea and cheese and pickle to keep me going. Jive, are you pregnant? That's all I have to ask. And oh my goodness, we have a new person in the house. Oh, yes. We have someone called Zapolian Zap. And this person goes, uh-oh. So I don't know who Zapolian Zap is. Zapolian, do I know you? Put a comment, yes or no. Is this a handle that I have never seen before? So I'm very, very, very excited about it. Wondering who that is. Pickle and cheese sounds nice. Sure, we'll go with that. Pickles and cheese. Was going to ask you how your show went. Oh, the show went freaking fantastic, Jive. It really, really did. And there's this guy who I've actually hypnotized 8 years in a row. And he is a coach on the team. And I have hypnotized him every single year. And every single year he goes out in a different way. And so this year, I hypnotized him over FaceTiming. I went outside of the theater and he was inside, and the coach handed me his phone, and I Facebooked him, and I said the word sleep, and he went out like a lightning, and everybody around him freaked out. I thought it was, and you could hear them applaud and laugh, and it was funny. I do not have that on tape because you can't see it. I didn't catch him on the video because I was obviously outside. But it was a lot of fun, and I do have some video clips of the show. A very interesting thing was brought up by a friend of mine named, and you guys know him already, Scott Houghton. He kind of mentioned that he's seen a lot of hypnotists, and sometimes they had 15 or 10 chairs up on stage, and they end up with about 3 or 4 people being hypnotized. I had 20 chairs up on stage, a very long stage, and I hypnotized 18 for the show. So 2 people went back. It was a fun time. Zap says he has never met me before. Zap, how did you find out about this? Are you friends with Jive Bunny? How did you find out about this show? I'm very, very curious. Are you one of my subscribers for YouTube? Curious about how you found out about this, and we get to tell more people about this. That's great. Anyways, what is so that's what's going on. I've slowly but surely this and don't call me Shirley. Slowly and surely this week I have been getting bookings for my all night parties, and I'm getting charity week shows coming up too. So these are shows that are slowly coming in. I now have 7 shows on the books. And it's just the very, very, very early beginnings of the season. So I'm looking forward to having a fantastic season. We will see what happens. I will keep you guys informed. But what's going on tonight's show? If you saw the teaser, I was talking about changes. I was talking about changes. Changes about, let's see if I remember if I have the question here. I do have the question. How do you continue to learn about hypnosis, especially when things happen, when things change, whether society changes and stuff like that? And I've got comments and about it, and how what you think about it too. Jive says it's getting easier once someone's been put in trance, doesn't it? Absolutely. Absolutely, Jive. And I'm going to challenge you, sir or ma'am. I don't know if you're a sir or ma'am. Jive, I'm going to challenge you. You have told me, at least I have heard from you, that you mostly do street hypnosis. And I know a couple of good friends of mine from Montreal who does that. Who is someone saying? Oh, someone says Michael. Who is that? I'm guessing that is either Dan according, yeah, it's got to be Dan. Hi, Dan. I'm guessing that's you, or Brian. But anyways, Jive, I challenge you to create one of your create a show and do it in front of a crowd. It could be a crowd of friends. It doesn't matter. But to have more than one person being hypnotized at a time, it is a little bit different than just doing it by yourself, as you probably know. But I think it would be a wonderful challenge for you, and I would love to see a video on that. So that's my challenge to you, Jive. I was talking about that the guy at your gig last week. Very good. So I that's what I'd love to see you do, Jive, is to create your very own show. So I wanted to show you something, and if you saw my teaser, you would understand this. So I'm going to show you a picture. This is a picture. This, Felicia, you're going to get a kick out of this. This right here. Let me see if I can get this here. Here we go. This is a picture of me. This is my my picture for when I took for my wedding picture, and I put it in the newspapers and stuff like that. That I look like Bob, the artist guy. You know, the artist Bob guy. I can't remember his last name. But then you look at me now, and I look like, instead of Bob Bob the artist, I look like Bob the builder. So the thing is that we all change. My show, when I first started 36 years ago, was incredibly different from what it is now. First of all, it was very, very unorganized. I didn't have an idea of what I was doing, didn't know what I was going to do, when I was going to do it. At least now I know all the different things and feel confident. Didn't feel confident before, but I had all this incredible energy, and I moved around, and I joked around, and I still uh, entertained the audience, because I was always had that theater in my blood. So I am still that person, but even though I'm still that person, I have slowed down on the stage, but I still have that energy. You can still hear that energy in my voice. You can see that energy as I use my body language, as I look at people, as I look at right into their eyes, stuff like that. When you see a show like that, so you're going to actually see, like I said, a couple different snippets, and I put them all together. It's kind of still raw footage, but I put them all together into a show. But you'll see that sometimes I'm standing in front when I want to deal with the whole crowd. Sometimes I'm standing in back when I want to just give instructions to everybody, so the audience can see. You'll see me standing, moving around a little bit. I don't move around a lot as I used to, but I still do move around. So I want you to watch this, and I want you to take a look. Now, this is a 7.5 minute reel. Bob Ross. Thank you, Bob Ross. Exactly. I looked just like Bob Ross. Thank you very much. Thanks, Jive. I look just like Bob Ross. Now I look like Bob the Schmo. Now, here's the thing. I am, what did Today Magazine say? The theater. Yes, the theater is right, Dan. So what you're going to see is again, me do all these different things, but I still engage with the audience, and I engage with the volunteers. So take a look at this, and get your popcorn, get your drinks, enjoy the movie, the short movie. And I will be back with you. And besides laughing and enjoying the different things that I do, and some of them I am doing off the cuff. I am playing it. I'm doing improv with some of them, because there's one person. Oh, by the way, this is adult content. There's a little bit of swearing in there. In the beginning, in the beginning, I did a lot of improv. There was a coach that was in the audience. By the way, when I was doing the hypnosis and I was doing the induction, people in the audience started going out. And there was this one coach that went out also, and he was wearing a hat, and his hat fell off, and he put back on. I said, every time you put your hat back on, it doubles how funny you think things are. And so people started passing their hat to the coach. And when he comes up, he has 4 hats on his head. So check it out, see what you think, and take a look at this. Here it is.
With you. Hey, Coach. Hey, have a seat. Normally I tell people not to wear hats. I normally don't tell people to wear hats, but you know, when you're Mike Brody. Oh, here go the hats on the head. Oops. Okay, you good? Okay, that's fantastic. Okay, gentlemen, if you could do me a favor, please. Everybody do me a favor. Everybody take a deep breath in, please. Sit back in your chairs, close your eyes, and now just melt away. Eyes closed. Sleep. 1, 2. What the hell is that? 1, 2, 3, everybody snuggle. Listen to me very carefully, focus on my voice. On the count of 3. Okay, on the count of 3. Oh my goodness gracious. On the count of 3, everyone's going to realize, on the count of 3, you're going to realize, on the count of 3, that for some strange reason, there is a fantastic smell. There is literally, with your eyes closed, the most incredible, not yet. What's his name? It smells good. It's 10 times even better now. Stay in your chairs, gentlemen. Stay in your chairs. Sit down. Sit. Sit in your chairs. Stay in your chairs. Stay in your chairs. All of a sudden you realize that smell is not coming from the person, it's not coming from left or right, it's coming from the floor. Everybody get close to the floor. As you get close to the floor, the better the smell gets. It's now getting stronger and stronger. 100 times stronger, 1,000,000 times stronger. Everybody, it's now getting on the count of 3, everybody. So everybody sleeps. 1, 2, 3, sleep. Guys, you are incredibly happy. You are incredibly happy, and so you feel happy. So you're going to do your very own little happy dance. On the count of 3, you do your very own little happy dance. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, everybody. Happy. we'll use. Got it? All right. So when you do this, I'm going to give you some words, some tips, okay? Because I'm an actor, okay? First thing you do is you're going to focus on that, and you're going to look straight at it. And then when you're ready, you tell me, and I'll go take one, and then you'll do it, okay? So look straight at it, and the first time you sip it, it tastes like crap. It tastes horrible. All right, here we go. Ready? Tell me when you're ready.
Ready.
Okay, take one.
Flemo.
Wait, you can say Flemo tastes great.
Tastes great.
Okay, hold on. All right, still rolling? How did that taste?
Fucking terrible.
Dude, these are the sponsors. They pay $1,200,000. You can't tell them it tastes terrible. You want to try that one again? How does it taste? Okay, no, that's not it. All right, we'll try this again. All right, take two. Okay, you really got to focus, okay? Focus right there. All right, now concentrate, close your eyes, focus on it, listen carefully. This next sip, realize you have a hole in your lip. 1, 2, 3. All right, here we go. Are you ready? Here we go. Take two.
Flemo. Tastes great.
How'd that taste, Coach?
I don't fucking know what it is.
I'm sorry.
I don't know. It's on the ground.
Okay. You don't know what happened. Okay. All right. So so camp it back up. I'm sorry about that, Coach Gouch. This is just embarrassing. I'm sorry about that. Coach, let me ask you a question. Last chance, okay? Now, do you drink alcoholic drinks?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. What's your favorite alcoholic drink?
Vodka cran.
Got it. All right. Focus carefully on that. Close your eyes. Because listen carefully. This third sip is the best because it tastes just like your favorite vodka cran. So delicious and so powerful with every sip. 1, 2, 3. Open your eyes. All right, here we go. Take 3.
Flemo. Tastes great.
How you feel?
Fucking amazing.
How's it taste?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Okay, let's give him a round of applause.
Okay, so as you can see, it is a high energy, just even that small part, and that show where I normally do a show for about hour and usually about an hour and 10 minutes. That show always, because I have way too much fun, show usually goes for about an hour and 30 minutes, and I just really, really have a great time doing it. So, to what extent does your material change when you got 19 guys on stage and no women, or does it change at all? That's from Jive Bunny. So does my material change? Yeah, absolutely. My material changes. My material changes because I know these gentlemen, and I know they're rowdy and stuff like that. If I had all women, I probably wouldn't do Flemo, because they wouldn't want that kind of expression. But would I still do their dancing, getting their little dance? Yeah, the smell, absolutely. All those different things are exactly the same thing. They're going to come out. The expressions are going to come out differently. You're going to get a different energy level where guys are. And women will have a tendency of being more, and guys will be joking around with each other. Women won't necessarily. So that is I mean, it just, that's the way that the that I've seen that happen. I can't say it happens all the time that way, but that is a situation that happens like that. So because I have actually performed. I've actually performed for all women, and the hardest part for me is to not to say ladies and gentlemen, and I have to say guys, or I can say ladies. You know, that kind of situation. But when you got to be real careful about that because people notice that. It is a very unique kind of situation. And again, the energy level is still there. I'm moving around. If you, I don't move around a lot, but I do move around. But you can hear it in my inflection that everything is really moving, and the songs that I choose too. So that is also important too, because as the years have gone by, I have absolutely relied on songs as transitions. Songs absolutely, I have found out, will make the show even better. Can I do a show with no music? Absolutely, but it doesn't flow. It's not as good. The women are likely to go deeper, be less responsive, less energetic. Is that a question? Yes, I would also agree they do go deeper. Absolutely. That is a I am 100% sure of that. In fact, I can honestly tell you, after 36 years of doing stuff, I probably hypnotized more women than men, deep. That's not a problem with that. They're not necessarily less responsive depending on their personality. If they're shyer people, then if they're shyer, then yes, they won't be responsive as much. If they're outgoing, then no, then they're just as responsive, just as energetic. Same kind of situation. These remember you got to remember now. These guys are like brothers, and these like 200 brothers, and they joke around a lot. So because they joke around a lot, they know each other, they mess around with each other. So that's the reason why they can be so loose and stuff like that. Same thing that would probably be in a basketball team or any kind of baseball team or any kind of situations where people they know each other very well. So, but again, one of the things that and these are things that I have learned over the years of doing shows. Did I study up on them? Sure. Yeah, you study. Where do you learn these things? You learn them at conventions. You learn them from books. You learn them from other hypnotists. Connections. That is a very, very, very big thing. I will honestly tell you that my connection with Jive is so much different than when I saw his responses for my videos. I had one interpretation of him. I have a different interpretation of him now. Jive, I actually respect you a hell of a lot more, now that we kind of talk back and forth. And I appreciate your knowledge, and I think it's freaking amazing. And by the way, me doing this for 36 years doesn't mean I don't stop learning. Absolutely not. I learn all the time. I'm honored to say I'm going to be part of one of the upcoming, let me see if I can get it, the upcoming conference, which it happens to be the Michigan International Hypnosis Conference. And that's in Detroit. And it is going on less than a month away, guys. Less than a month away. I happen to be the keynote speaker for the closing keynote speaker for it. And oh my gosh, wait till you see my keynote speaking. And in fact, you're going to have a hard time seeing it because you're not coming, except for Felicia. I would dare you to come and see it because it's going to be a doozy. And the way to get your tickets, and you still can get tickets, is to go to the Michigan to www.michiganhypnosisconference.com. That is where you get your tickets, and you can get to stay at the beautiful Greek Town Casino. And it is a lot of fun, and you really, really need to be there. You want to know more?
It's what?
What?
It's what?
It's what?
Tell me.
What?
Please.
Okay, I'll tell you more. So like I said, it's September 11th through the 13th. It's a great way to make connections, great way to learn about people. Also, if you are a stage hypnotist or even a street hypnotist, Jive, I belong to somewhere that is absolutely a must to do, which is quick music cue. Given the old Michael Jackson stage dancing skit, moonwalking, etc., given the amount of time passed since his death, are you now getting teenagers on stage who don't know who he is? No, they absolutely know who he is still. And yes, they still do the moonwalk. Just as I do Elvis impersonators and still do that too. So yes, that absolutely. And I have the glove for it. And so yes, yes, it still works because he was a major icon, and it's hard to forget something like that. Now, talk about it 50 years down the road. I don't know. We'll see. Thanks for asking that question, Jive. Appreciate it. If you are a stage hypnotist or if you are a street hypnotist, also, I would like to recommend the International Stage Hypnotist Association, or called AISHA. AISHA is a great place for people of our craft to get together. I put on a show once a month called Backstage with Brody, and I talk about theater hypnosis and what goes on stage. So if you're interested in doing that, check that out at entertainmenthypnotist.com. That's entertainmenthypnotist.com, and that will be our paid endorsed announcements. All right, now that we got that out of the way, what's going on? Was a big MJ movie. Yes, MJ. Yes, MJ. Michael was a big movie recently. That's very true. And I saw it. It was a wonderful show. All right, so we do have something going on, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to introduce you once again to an annual, not annual, weekly thing, a weekly segment of our show, and that happens to be Celebrity Dad Jokes with Felicia Palladino. So, ladies and gentlemen, here she is. Hey, Felicia.
Hey.
How you doing?
Hey, Michael.
Hey, listen, thank you very much for letting us shoot on your location right here.
Thank you for paying the admission fee to come in my house.
Okay. Well, on that note, let's hear some jokes, and
Okay.
give me an IOU later on.
Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready too. What do you call it when you carve a pumpkin in September?
What?
What do you call it when you carve a pumpkin in September?
What?
A premature jack-o'-lantern. snore.
Thanks, I appreciate that.
Okay, wait.
I'm waiting.
Okay.
God forbid I'm waiting.
Let's see. I'm not saying my friend is naive, but he thinks an innuendo is an Italian suppository. Okay, wait.
I'm waiting.
I got a really
waiting.
funny one.
Well, wait, there's more.
There's more.
There's more. One more.
Okay, where are you? One more.
These are ones she's written down, people.
Yeah, people.
We're still waiting.
Hey, I gotta find it. Oh.
God. Jeff has to lead with this.
Did you hear about the chameleon who couldn't change colors?
No.
He had reptile dysfunction. Your wife's laughing.
All right, thank you so very much, because that's what I was going to be for Halloween.
Okay.
No, I'm joking.
Okay.
Oh, thank you very much.
All right.
All right. Well, you did a wonderful job. Thank you very much for letting us come over here. And please do us a favor. You know what the line is.
Back to the studio.
Radio. Back to the studio. All right. Right at the end, I got a very interesting question from Jive. And Jive says, you're talking about a hypnotist association reminded me of something. Since I think they banned their members from doing it, what's your view of hypnotists who do the human plank bridge on stage? All right, so we're talking the catatonic bridge on stage. That's right. I used to do it all the time, and back in the 90s. What is my viewpoint on it? Well, first of all, there's two views I have on it. The first view is it's incredibly entertaining, and it's very entertaining, and it does show a lot about how powerful the mind is. That's the first part. The mind is incredibly powerful, and it's also very proven fact that it's even more powerful when someone guides you into it instead of you doing it yourself. Hence the reason why we have hypnotherapists and we have hypnotists who guided people into it. So I used to do it also. And then they did ban it, and I agree. And they banned it in the United States. The reason why they banned it in the United States is because there were too many stage hypnotists that didn't take enough safety precautions, and so things went wrong. And let me tell you what I did. What I used to do is I used to have someone get into a catatonic state and then lie on the top of two chairs and then have someone stand on top of them. So I did that. But I had, I would say about 7 or 8 safety checks. And if they didn't pass, if they didn't pass all of them, they had to pass all of them. If they failed one of them, I wouldn't do it. And I have done that before on stage where they have, they passed everything but the last one, and the minute they didn't pass that, I said nope, and that's for their own protection. But there are people who are willing to risk other people's health and still do it. And that's one of the reasons why it was banned, because there are people who would do it and have someone stand on top of them, and then all of a sudden the bridge would collapse. They would have a broken back, and that was way, way too much of an insurance nightmare. Besides, not only an insurance nightmare, but also, as a liability, and it was not the right thing to do. There are ways to check and recheck check all these different kinds of things. It's really easy to do. And you can still, by the way, you can still do a catatonic state. I just would not do it. And yes, it's very, very popular thing. I do catatonic states. But I will do it. I won't do it to that extent. Not again. Even though I'm still, I still have, I've never had anything go wrong when I did it. Either it was totally successful or I didn't do it at all. But there are ways to do catatonic an elbow, where it's catatonic and it stays up there. We went, oh, haha. So that's the reason why. And you won't, again, yes, I'm sure the French do it a lot. I've seen, there are ways that street hypnotists will get people in a catatonic state and lean them forward and back. That will prove to them, that'll show them that they're in a hypnotic state. That's not a problem for me. It's just doing the human bridge. I don't think it's a good idea. And so, I mean, but that's the world we live in now. Again, lots of things have changed. Certain vocabulary things subjects we can't bring up anymore, or subjects that we can't do as suggestions because they deal with triggers. So that's the reason why we do that. Jive says the French generally seem to go far deeper than other nationalities. There has to be something else to do other than just being French. But there are some brilliant French street hypnotists. I'm sure there are. And I will tell you, there are some brilliant British stage hypnotist or street hypnotists I know, and brilliant Canadian hypnotists that are street hypnotists that I know. So yeah, they're all over the place, and I'm really proud of them. All right, guys. Well, it is almost that time for me to say I have to go. But we had a fantastic time here. We learned a little bit about the evolution of things that happened before and what happened now, and kind of how you can evolve and what you can do to keep it up. And all you got to do is just remember to get contacts, get to know people, get yourself out there, go to conventions, get to know people. That's how it works. So I look forward to seeing everybody next week. I'm going to be talking to you a little bit about my keynote speaking. I'm going to be talking a little bit more about fun stuff. So if you guys had fun, I know I did. We will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. on YouTube and Facebook Live for another round of Mindsight Hypnosis talk show. I hope you guys had a great time. Please tell your friends about this, subscribe, share, and bribe them. It works for me. See you guys. Take care.